You're watching Upper Michigan Today live at Honey Haven Baking Company in downtown Marquette. You're watching the mixing process. We're showing you how these bakers make their gluten-free baguettes. This is the first step in the process. We're back with owner Bailey Knight. Where do we go from here?
I am going to make sure that all of our flour is incorporated here, because nobody wants chunks of flour.
That is so true.
Important part.
No fun. So we just like to give it a little, kind of mess it up a little bit, and then we'll give it another second to mix, and then we should be able to get them shaped up, which is the best part.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that it depends on who you ask. I like to shape them. Loretta doesn't really like to shape them very much. I think it's fun.
Does it take any particular skill to shape bread? Can anybody do it?
Regular dough, yes. I think anyone can do it. Gluten-free dough is a little bit less forgiving to work with.
Why is that?
What do you think, Lorette? She can do regular dough at home, but can't do regular dough here.
A hot minute. It took, I bet you, a couple months before they actually started looking like I wanted them to look. It's definitely harder to work. I make regular sourdough at home, and like it is way easier to shape than this stuff is. Yeah.
So there's a learning curve with this gluten-free baking?
Oh yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Because I'm curious for the gluten-free families at home that might be interested in trying their own gluten-free baking. Any tips or advice that you might have for them getting started?
Don't be too intimidated. It's a lot of steps, it's a lot of ingredients, it's a lot of patience, but there's a very high reward at the end of it, especially when you don't get to have a lot of the things that you normally would have if you didn't have the dietary restriction. Once you start being able to have those things again, all of the time and patience, it just pays for itself in that way. So.
Do you find that these ingredients are more expensive to work with?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I get 5-pound bags of flour, and they're $10 each. That can be pretty pricey on the pockets, for sure.
On the bright side, you don't have to buy eggs, I guess.
There is always a
bright
silver
side.
lining there, yes. And I actually was just saying that the other day. I was like, well, it could be worse. Could be worse. I could be, and milk too. I mean, I don't have either one of them.
Business.
So we do 500 grams for the demi baguettes, and then 1,000 grams for the big guys.
What's the difference when you measure out things by weight when you're baking versus measuring out with like a measuring cup?
Measuring with a scale will be way more precise. When you're using a measuring cup, forgot what I was talking about. When you're using a measuring cup, it's not as easy to get the exact number. I mean, one drop of water, you don't think it weighs very much, but in reality, it could weigh 10 grams depending on what you're working with. So I've always used the scale just to make sure that everything is as accurate as it possibly can be, because then you don't have as much room for error. And with baking, I mean, there's a lot of room for error all in itself, just right off the bat, but when you add in the other factors, it can get a little bit more difficult. So it just saves us a headache in the long run. Then you don't have to question, oh, did I not put too much?
Right.
Did I put too much? Did I put too little? All that stuff, so.
It seems like you're really working that dough.
Yeah, so you do a couple different folds over, and then you do some pinching and squeezing them together, and then now I'm just tapering out to get that traditional baguette look. You start in the middle, and then you just roll your way out. I mean, I like to do them about like 10 to 12 inches.
So it looks pretty skillful there, what you're doing. You were able to do it without really thinking about it while talking to us. It's pretty impressive.
It's like muscle memory after a little while once you do it enough. So then I'll just pick this up and see if it's long enough. Just like it is.
It's a nice little baby baguette.
All right.
Oh, and then from there, is this the proofer pan?
This is the proofer / baking pan. It's just not getting baked right now. So we cold proof them on these.
Okay.
And then we do a little flip. We flip them over, which is really entertaining, actually. We flip the entire pan over onto another pan, and then we score them with like the bubble side up.
Okay.
So then we get like that cute little design
Yeah.
on the front of it too.
Very nice. So those muffins you just took out of the oven?
Yeah, some mixed dairy muffins.
Ooh, delicious. How often are you putting fresh baked goods on the shelves here?
We bake fresh every day. We do have a night baker who comes in around 6 o'clock, and she takes care of the cakes and she takes care of our fresh bread. So that we can offer slicing right away in the morning. We're a very small team. It's myself, Loretta, Miranda, Michelle, the front counter gal, and Julie, who's helping with the dishes back here today. And that's my entire operation. That's all I have. So we all really help each other out.
Yeah.
And it's been really helpful with having a night baker now and not having to rely on the couple hours before we open in the morning to get everything done. So that has really been helpful with us being able to keep the stuff on the shelves fresh every day in the morning.
All right. Well, we're going to take another commercial break, and when we come back, we'll take it one step further in the process. By the magic of TV, these will be proofed. We're going to score them. These will be out on the shelves tomorrow morning, fresh for you. Alrighty. We'll see you back here in 3 minutes, everybody.